Hi there! We're making ciabatta, and I'm gonna start with our poolish. So the poolish is the starter to our ciabatta bread, and it's basically just a smaller fermented dough, and we pre-ferment it for like 15 to 20 hours. So I'm gonna make this, and I'm gonna leave it on the counter overnight until tomorrow and make our ciabatta bread. To make the poolish, we're gonna use some water and yeast and some bread flour. I'm just gonna mix this with a fork. Oh, I love the smell of yeast. Reminds me of bread in the bread maker growing up. But now, I'm the bread maker. Oh, I'm silly. Alrighty, now that's all combined together. And we're just gonna place this aside on the counter overnight. And then tomorrow, it should be risen quite a bit, and we'll make the rest of our ciabatta dough. Hi there, back to our ciabatta now. I have my poolish that sat overnight. It's about 150 grams of that. And we're gonna scrape that into the bowl. It's very sticky, as you can see. I'm gonna try and make sure I get all of it out of this cup. Don't want to miss out on any of that yeasty goodness. Alrighty, and then we're gonna add the flour and salt. Let's just bring the rest of that poolish in. So that's with the rest of the ingredients. And then I have my yeast here that I hydrated in my water. We're gonna pour that in there as well. I'm just gonna make sure I get all the yeast and water out of there. I love rubber spatulas for this. They do an excellent job. Let's try to get just a little bit. Perfect. Alrighty. We're gonna mix this until it combines, and it's gonna be a very, very sticky, wet dough. It's not gonna wanna form into any sort of ball yet. And then we're gonna throw it on a floured work surface once it's all pulled together, and we're gonna going to let it ferment for about an hour, and then we'll fold it, and then we'll ferment it for another hour, and then we'll divide it into the loaves. Now I have my ciabatta dough on my floured surface ready to ferment for an hour. Now I have my ciabatta dough, and it's been fermenting for a little over an hour. Uh-oh, the plastic wrap got stuck. Now I'm just gonna gently come in here and fold it over itself. I'm gonna pull it and fold it. There we go. We're just gonna cover it back up and let it ferment for another hour. And we're back to our ciabatta bread. So I've got a parchment lined cookie sheet with my flour on it, and I'm just gonna take my ciabatta dough that has been fermenting, and we're just gonna slap it right on there. Gently pull off the saran wrap. And then what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna flip it over. Both sides have some flour. I'm gonna gently mold it into about an inch thick rectangle. And then this bad boy is ready to go in the oven in 30 more minutes after a third ferment. So let's give it 30 more minutes and then we'll put it right in the oven. Now my ciabatta's had its last ferment and it's ready to go in the oven. And I have a tray underneath to put some steam in the oven for the first couple of minutes of this ciabatta's bake time. And we're gonna do this really quick because as soon as I put the water in, it's gonna steam up and it could potentially hurt you. So you gotta be pretty fast about this. Oh, the bottom. I'm just gonna grab a little extra water because it didn't seem like that was enough. Ooh, let's pull my tray back out. And then we're gonna put that water in and let that oven steam up nice. And that ciabatta is going in there for 40 to 45 minutes. Alrighty, we'll see when it's out. Would you take a look at that ciabatta? I baked it for roughly 40 minutes until the crust was nice and brown. I almost thought I overcooked it, but it came out beautifully.